Welcome or welcome back. My name is Kim and this is Mojo. And today we'll be practicing about 20 minutes of vinyasa flow with the attention of Ahimsa, which translates to non-harming or non-violence. And how we practice this both on and off our mats is through compassion, first within ourselves. So how it looks like on the mat is noticing the kind of language and thoughts we have. So, for example, perhaps one day we don't go as deep into a posture as we used to for whatever reason. Maybe it's an injury, maybe we're low energy, whatever the reason is for. So, in those moments, we can practice being kind to ourselves by modifying in the posture, maybe skipping postures or moving slower. And then vice versa, perhaps we're playing small and we have more energy and we can go further, but perhaps there's a conditioning where we hold ourselves back from going as far as we can because of whatever reason, judgment, critical, maybe we're overly critical of ourselves, which is a very human tendency. And so to practice ahimsa on our mat, in those moments, we can perhaps push the edge a little further. Maybe try that variation that you always thought you couldn't do for whatever reason. The practice in itself is just the postures, but also the choices we make. And so I invite you to make choices that are kind and compassionate and non-harming towards yourself, both physically and in the mind as well. Okay? So props are not necessary for this session. However, I do cue 2 blocks and a strap may be helpful for a certain posture as well. But if you don't have those items or any props available where you are at this time, then you can totally do the session without props. And with all that said, is there anything else, Mojo? With all that said, let's begin our practice. Samastitihi. Stand at the top of your mat, draw your big toes to touch, and then draw your hands to your heart center for Anjali Mudra. Anjali is divine offering, Mudra is seal. Take a moment here, set our intention for our practice. I offer the intention of ahimsa, non-harming, non-violence, compassion towards ourselves, here on our mats at least, and hopefully beyond. Inhale for Om. Gently blink your eyes open, release your hands down. Inhale, reach your hands, widen up, touch your palms, look up. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift through the spine. Exhale, step back to high plank. Plant your palms and step your feet to the back of your mat. Now either stay here or inhale, hinge forward 2 inches. Exhale, bend your elbows halfway or all the way down to your belly. Untuck your toes, inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog, send your hips up and back. And breathe deep here. Always option to skip those vinyasas or modify. Choose whatever option's the most loving, caring, whatever you need. 1 more breath. Good, and then inhale, look forward and lower down to a tabletop. Stack your shoulders over your wrist, hips over your knees, and then keep your hips over your knees as you walk your hands forward towards the top of your mat. Option to lower your forehead down either onto a block or your mat. Also, if your neck permits, option to lower your chin down. Breathe deeply, stretching into the shoulders and the chest. Stay with the breath. Good. If you lower your chin down, return your forehead down. And then everyone press back up onto your palms, tuck the toes under, downward facing dog. Exhale. And then inhale, extend your right heel up towards the sky. As you exhale, scorpion dog, bend your right knee, stack your hip over the left.
And draw circles one direction with your knee, getting hip mobility and then switching directions of the circles. And then inhale, three-legged dog, re-extend your right heel, and then exhale, step your foot between your palms for a low lunge. Lower your back knee, untuck the toes, fix your mic if it fell. I like to use a blanket here to give kindness to my knee. All right, and then inhale, lift your spine over your hips for low crescent lunge. Reach your arms up above your head, and then stretch deep into your front hip. Make sure your knee is either on top or behind your ankle. Inhale here. Exhale, release your hands down by your side. Gentle back bend as you inhale, lift the chest, reach the arms back. Exhale, hug the elbows in towards the chest, cross your arms. Breath to movement, inhale, release the chest, up towards the sky. Exhale, cross your arms, and then switch the arms that's in front. 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. 1 more in. Exhale. Good. And then stack your knee over your front ankle and then hook your left elbow outside of your right knee for a prayer twist. You can keep your back knee on the earth or you can lift up if that's in your practice today. Look over your right shoulder. 1 more breath. And then exhale, vinyasa. Plant your palms, step your feet back, either straight to down dog or vinyasa. In your downward facing dog, inhale, lift your left heel up. Exhale, scorpion dog. Stack your left hip over your right. Keep your upper body in the downward dog as you explore circles with your left knee. Staying with the breath. Switch directions of the circles. And then inhale, re-extend your left heel. Exhale, step your foot between your palms. Lower your back knee. Keep the toes tucked just to prepare. And then inhale, stack your shoulders over your hips. Again, notice your knee, be kind. And then arms up as you inhale. Exhale, release your hands down by your side. Sink into your front hip. Inhale, lift the chest, gentle back bend. Exhale, cross your arms, stack your hips. Breath movement, inhale, offer up your heart. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close, switching the crossing each time. 1 more, please. Inhale and exhale. Good. Restack your front knee and then hook your right elbow outside of your left knee. Draw your hands towards your heart center, press, and look over left shoulder. You can keep your knee down, focus on the twist, or lift your knee, pressing down through your back heel. Breathing deep, conscious breathing. 1 more breath, please. And then exhale, release your hands down, step back to downward dog, or move through vinyasa. Downward facing dog, exhale. And then inhale, extend your left heel up towards the sky, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step your foot between your palms for warrior 1. Ground your back heel down, and then lift your arms above your head. Good. Both heels rooted on the earth. Steer your left hip back, right hip forward. And then swing your left arm underneath the right for eagle bind. You can also do a bear hug here, but find the compression of the elbow joints. Good. Pull the elbows into the chest. And then inhale, look up towards the sky. Keep pressing elbows down. Exhale, chin to your chest, double chin. This time, inhale, look up. Maybe bring the arms, elbows up. Exhale, elbows to chest, chin to chest. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Return your neck back up to neutral. Free the arms. Shake it out. Feel the freedom in your chest. And then find warrior two. Exhale, keep your front knee where it is. Open up your stance slightly wider. Extend the arms opposite directions and look beyond your left fingertips. And then from here, take a half bind. So press your right hand to your low back. Maybe reach for the upper thigh and then peel your right shoulder behind you. Inhale, straighten your left knee, perhaps shorten the stance, and then exhale, triangle pose, Trikonasana. Reach forward, lower your left hand either onto a block, your ankle, or your big toe, if you have that flexibility today. Okay, keep the bind, use it to help steer your chest up towards the sky. You can even release your bind and look up towards your right hand. Expand through all directions, take up space, lovingly. And then as if you have a friend pulling and lifting your right hand, lift back up to stand. Reversed, draw your right hand to your back leg, stretch your left hand up and back. And then exhale, cartwheel your hands down to your mat to a low lunge. Lower your back knee, untuck the toes, and then take an easy twist. Lift your left hand, look up towards your hand. Roll out the wrist, open, close the fist, giving love to all your joints. And then option to stay here, option to find a quad stretch. Bend your right knee and reach back towards your foot. If you have the foot, great. If not, also great. Speak loving and kindly towards your hips, wherever you are today. Relax through your right hip, relax through your left shoulder. One more breath, exhale. If you have the foot, release the foot. Plant the palms down and then move through vinyasa or straight to down dog. You know your choices. Good, downward facing dog. And then inhale, extend your right heel up towards the sky. As you exhale, step your foot between your palms, warrior one. Ground your back heel. Lift your arms up, squaring the hips. Keep breathing here. Swing your right arm underneath the left this time. Again, same options. You can do bear hug. But squeeze the elbows in, into each other and towards your chest. Really good for your joints and your back lungs. Inhale, just the gaze. Look up towards the sky. Soften the throat. Exhale, draw your chin to your chest. Double chin. Option to bring the arms. Inhale, look up. Perhaps bring the elbows up. Exhale, elbows in, chin in. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Free your arms, free yourself of the bind. Whee! And then open up to warrior two. So front knee is exactly where it needs to be. Just move the legs a little wider, opening the hips to the long side of your mat. And then take a half bind. Bend your left elbow and press into either your low back or perhaps reaching for the upper right thigh. Keep breathing here. Straighten your right leg on the inhale. Exhale, shorten your stance, and then find triangle pose. Reach forward, and then lower your hand. Again, same options, either onto a block, ankle, or big toe. Look up towards the sky if that's okay with your neck, and you can keep the bind or release your hand, look up towards your left hand. Keep breathing. Again, imagine you have support lifting and pulling your left arm as you rise up. Inhale to reverse. Sweep your right hand up and back. Stretch your right side. Exhale, low lunge. Cartwheel your hands down. Rebend your front knee. And then easy twist. Lift your right hand. Option to lower the back knee. I think we did so on the other side. But you can do either. Roll out your wrist, your arm ankle. Roll out your arm ankle, aka your wrist. And then either stay here or bend your left knee and reach back for your foot. Again, whether or not you have the foot is great. Just release through your right shoulder, stretch your left hip. One more breath. Exhale.
If you have the foot, release the foot. Thank you, foot. See you later. And then move through vinyasa.
Exhale, downward facing dog.
Now look forward, step or hop through to standing, top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold back down. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Bend your knees. At the same time, reach your hands up towards the sky, high. And then exhale, swing your left arm underneath the right for eagle bind once again. Again, option for bear hug. But squeeze the elbows in, lean into your right leg, so much that you can lift your left leg and then cross over. So important thing is to cross in the knees. So if you can keep your toes down on the mat or wrap around or not wrap around. Either way, just find the compression in your joints, your knees and your arms, and you're receiving the benefits. Keep breathing. Think chair pose in the legs and then mountain in the spine. So lean the spine back. Exhale. And then inhale, unravel the legs, unravel the arms. Find mountain pose, shake it out. Allow the newly oxygenated blood to flow back into your joints. And then exhale, chair plane. Inhale, chair. Exhale, swing your right arm underneath the left this time, eagle bind. And then lean so much into your left leg that you can lift your right knee and cross over your left knee. Again, same options, toes down, lifted, or wrapped around. Whew. But squeeze your knees, squeeze your elbows, lean the spine back. Imagine there's a string at the top of your head pulling you up. And find one point of focus, like an eagle. Help you balance. Exhale. And then inhale. Unravel the legs, unravel the arms, shake it out. And then let's do dancer pose here. Option to use a strap if you like to use a strap. But here, bend your right arm, your left arm. Bend your left arm and then keep the palm facing up as you lower down. So this keeps the shoulder externally rotated open so that you can receive your foot. So kick your left heel towards your glute and then receive the foot from the inside. So without changing the arm, receive the inner arch of your left foot. Good, and then extend your right hand up, palm faces forward, and then this is it. This is dancer. You can stay here or begin to kick and pull into your leg. We'll kick into the arm and pull with the leg. Pull the leg. Okay, you got it. But look forward to go forward. Okay, if you look down, you may fall down. And only go as far as you feel safe and sustainable and comfortable. No need to push. You're fine and perfect exactly as you are. Tell yourself one affirmation right now. Awesome. And then reversing the same way you came in, draw your knees to touch, and then release the foot. Good. Shake it out. And then here I'll show on the right side. So start to lean into your right side, bend, or your left side. The other side. Bend your right arm. Again, it's like you're serving a tray. Keep the palm facing up as you lower your palm towards your thigh. And then kick your right heel towards your glute, receiving the inner arch of your foot without turning. Again, keep the shoulder open. And then lift your left hand up, palm faces forward. This is it. This is dancer. Either stay here, either stay here or begin to kick and pull. And then you may find your chest start to lean forward. Look forward to go forward. Doesn't matter how far or not far you go. Doesn't matter how you look. Just breathe into your left shoulder and your right shoulder. All right. And then reversing, same way you came in, draw your knees to touch. Release the foot, release the arm, shake it out. Whew. Thank you, thank you. And then let's flow all the way down to our mats. Inhale, mountain, reach your arms up, look up. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, vinyasa, step or hop back. Or move straight to downward dog, as always. And then we meet downward facing dog. Exhale. Look between your hands and then step or hop through to a seat. And then find your way onto your backs. You may, if you have a block, you can bring a block. We'll do 2 rounds of a back bend. First round, bridge pose. Separate your feet hip-width distance and then lift your hips up. Roll the tailbone forward and then option to interlace your fingers underneath for chest expansion. Soften through the throat and the jaw. Ease through the belly. One more breath. Exhale, release your hips, release the bind, back down to your mat. Swivel the knees side to side. And then we'll do a second round of a back bend. So you can either do the same thing, bridge pose. If you want something more restorative, you can use a block and take supported bridge, legs straight or bent. If you feel up and ready for it, let's try wheel pose. Plant your palms by your ears, fingers towards your shoulders, hug your elbows in, and then inhale, lift up to the crown of your head first. This will help you set up the legs, hip-width distance, arms press in, and then exhale, press your arms, press your legs, look between your hands. Use your legs a lot to alleviate the angle of your wrists. Relax the back, relax the shoulders, only use the arms and the legs. Good, wherever you are, one more breath. And then exhale, tuck the chin in, roll your spine down. Everyone, come to your back and take happy baby pose. Bend your knees. And then reach for either the outside or the inside of your feet. I'm going to move my mic real quick. There we go. Whew. These just adjustments that, the little choices we make, whether it's a small adjustment so that we can be more comfortable, that's how we can practice Ahimsa, compassion, non-violence towards ourselves. And here in Ananda Balasana, feel the bliss, the joy. Thank yourself. And return to that joyful state we all are born with when we're children, babies, before we are conditioned to feel shame and anything else, fear. Ananda is bliss. And then any last postures your body's craving, perhaps a twist. Knock the knees side to side, shoulders stand. Take about 3 more breaths. Good, and then find ball pose. Hug your knees to your chest, wrap your forearms around your knees, and then lift your forehead towards your knees. If you can reach, perhaps kiss your knees. Mwah, mwah. Thank you, self, for showing up. I love you. Inhale. Exhale, release your legs and your arms. Make your way into Shavasana. You can set up any props as you'd like or need. Let's make any adjustments to lay comfortably so you can rest and receive all the nutrients, benefits of your practice. Silently thank yourself for showing up, nourishing yourself with every breath, with every choice. Thank you. And extend this gratitude out to others who are also practicing, whether at this time or another time, in another place. Thank you also for nourishing yourself. And thanks to all our teachers, their teachers, the lineage of this practice, all it offers our lives and the lives around us. Thank you. May the merits of our practice benefit all. And I'll leave you here in your Shavasana. Please stay for as long as possible for you. Help integrate your practice. As always, thank you. May you be safe and protected. May you be happy and peaceful. Namaste.